actually had attended 2 different IVF clinics. They told me that they couldn't treat me because I was too close to the menopause and that my follicle stimulating hormone FSH levels were far too high for me to be able to have the drugs, have normal conventional IVF drugs.
If you've got a certain level of FSH, then the clinics won't touch you, you know. And Rachel's were in the 20. It was in 20 by the time she had treatment, and many clinics wouldn't even entertain us as a possibility.
Every time I had a blood test, my hormone levels were getting higher and higher and higher, and they just in the end turned around and said, no, we won't treat you at all.
We tried other clinics. I can't think of the ones that we tried, but some very good, some reputable clinics, but because of my wife's results, they wouldn't even consider taking her on as a patient.
I know there's research into the fact that older women often don't respond well to drugs, so they get given more drugs and they're still not responding, and then they're just told, well, it's not working, you need to have donor eggs, or we can't help you.
So our only hope of having a child, they told us, was a donated egg.
We were considering donor eggs. In fact, we'd got to the point that this was, as far as we were concerned, that was the only option.
We weren't quite prepared to go down that route to start with, and I happened to do a little bit of surfing on the internet and happened upon Geeta's clinic in Wimbledon, talking about natural IVF, drug-free treatment.
To come to Create, and for them, you know, Geeta particularly, to say that no, there is hope, there is a possibility that, you know, that you can still have children naturally. If you don't try, you'll never know.
So having spoken to Andrew, then we decided to make an appointment and go and see Geeta, and here we are today with 2 of our own children. If you're perimenopausal, which is what, you know, approaching the menopause, it's what I was told by the other 2 clinics, it's actually quite important not to have heavy doses of IVF drugs because it can damage your very limited egg reserve. You know, had I have gone and had a load of drugs, then you never know, we may never have success.
It took my wife probably the best part of the 30 weeks of pregnancy before she actually started to believe that it had happened, because, as I said, we'd been told by the NHS that normal IVF wouldn't work. And then 9 months later in October, our little boy was born, and it worked first time.